It pains me to say this, but I just don't think Anthony Davis is that guy. I don't think that he's somebody that can carry your team year in and year out. I don't think he can. I think he can do it for stretches, for maybe a series. But if we're talking about a guy that you can depend on to be that franchise guy for your team, I don't see Anthony Davis being that guy. And I thought that he would. Having a guy like Brian as your teammate, LeBron James, a guy who's about to be 37 years old, you would think that LeBron would pass the keys. I mean, he wants to. He was going to pass the keys to Kyrie Irving like 4 or 5 years ago, or maybe like 4 years ago. He was trying to pass the keys to Anthony Davis. But Anthony Davis is 20 years old. He's smack dab in his prime. And it just doesn't feel like he really wants it. Like he wants to, take that key and be the king of LA. Have this be his franchise. Because if you look at it, Russ is around like what, 32? Brown is 36 going on 37, 19th year. These guys are, heading to the sunset. Let's be completely honest. Anthony Davis is 28 years old. There is no reason why yesterday LeBron should have 39 points, and that's a higher season high than Anthony Davis had all season. All season. Another thing that stuck out to me was against the Bucks. Giannis had 47 on AD, 47 on his head side. Anthony Davis had 18 points. I'm sorry, if you're facing a guy that many people compare y'all against each other, people say that Anthony Davis is better than Giannis. People say that Giannis is better than Anthony Davis. Now, I'm in the group that says Giannis is miles better than Anthony Davis, simply because he has that dog mentality. I don't think Anthony Davis has that dog mentality, right? But you have these people like myself, like you, saying, Anthony Davis is better than Giannis, comparing the two. You're supposed to shut them up, or at least, if Giannis has 47 points, you got to have 40. I don't even care if your team gets blown out, but you got to really go crazy to be like, hey, at least I wasn't the reason why we lost. Because you see, when Bron faced KD in those finals, no matter if it was against OKC, when KD was against OKC, or when he was on the Warriors, every time Bron played KD, he put up his share, so it wasn't like it was his fault. I mean, against the Warriors, Bron would put up 30 points and triple-double, right? AD, if you playing a guy like Giannis, you got to have your best game forward. And I just don't think going off the dogs and going off that, that really like go-get-it mentality. Now, obviously, Anthony Davis, to be at his level, you can't be a go-getter. You can't not be a go-getter. I'm not saying that he isn't like a winner. What I'm saying is, I don't think he has that drive to really be, or maybe he doesn't have it in him to really carry a team by himself. I'm not talking about carry a team full of scrubs to a championship. We're talking about be the lead guy on a championship team night in and night out. That's what I'm challenging Anthony Davis to do. And up to this point in this season, he has been the biggest disappointment for the Lakers. I believe so. Averaging 24 and 10, like that's okay. That's something I would expect from Bam. That's something I would expect from Sabonis, right? That's something I would expect for, maybe DeAndre Ayton, like, those type of big men. But Anthony Davis, you're in the league of Joel Embiid, of Jokic. You're at that talent level. You're at that level. It's not even a question that you're not at that level. Now, people can say that, now I believe that Jokic and Embiid are better than Anthony Davis when healthy, simply because they are not afraid to really be that lead guy for that team. And I feel like Anthony Davis is missing that. Some nights he has it, some nights he doesn't. And some nights he doesn't. But as that lead guy, you have to bring it every single night. And I'm like, if you have a guy like Bron, he can teach you everything you want to know about being that lead guy on a team, being that lead guy, being that top dog on the team. Because it's not going to be, Bron got like 2 or 3 more years left. And he's really going to be, his best years is going to be over. Anthony Davis, this is your time. And you can't take this time for granted, because when LeBron, after his best years are over, who y'all got? Who y'all got? I mean, like, this is the prime time to get you 2 or 3 rings right now. and then solidify yourself as, at the very least, the second best power forward of all time. But people have said, they have put Anthony Davis in the top 75 list. He is not in the top 75 list as of right now. I'm still having Dwight Howard over him. What has AD done that is better than Dwight Howard up to this point? Best believe if Dwight Howard played with LeBron James, I think, and when he was in Orlando, I'm pretty sure that he would have 1 or 2 rings by now. I'm pretty sure. Hey, when Dwight Howard was in Orlando, I was like 11, 12, 13 at the time. And I remember Dwight was that guy. I mean, I went to Sixers games. That's Superman. People forget. They see the Dwight on LA, in the Sixers, in Charlotte, the Hawks. They think, oh, this guy is a bum, or like this guy wasn't that good. Nah, Dwight was like that. And Anthony Davis has not proved to be a top 75 player. If you are a top 75 player, then like you are really that guy. You're really that guy, like night in and night out. Anthony Davis has nights where he is, has nights where he isn't. And that's the problem with the Lakers. It isn't about Russ. It really isn't about Bron, because you know what Bron's going to give you. You saw last night he put up 40 points. When Bron wants to play good, he plays amazing. That's not a question. But a guy like AD, we don't know if he's going to bring it every night. We know Russ is going to bring it every single night, for bad or, for good or for bad. Anthony Davis, we don't know that. And that's something that he has to really channel in. Just be like, yo, I'm 28 years old. If I want to be the best power forward of all time, this is the prime time to put myself in position to do so. But hey, if you just want to, you got your ring and you kind of complacent with everything, because that's what it kind of seems like. It's like you got that ring in the bubble and you were like, well, hey, I got my ring. I'm cool. And if you want to be an all-time great, you can't do that. But let me know what y'all think. How you feel about Anthony Davis this season? Like I said before, he is the biggest disappointment to me this season. But y'all always know we keep it real. It's Real Talk with Miles Johnson, and I'm out.